introduction of product classes in SBFA, we move to the third best practice that will introduce by us is generic statistical information model, or GSIM. So why we use GSIM? Because maybe we already have information or a data model in our organization, but to conduct statistical activity, there are metadata that must be used to ensure that all of the information that we need for statistical activity is documented. So this is the role of GSIM. In here, we can see that GSIM has relation with the other standard like DDI and SDMX. And for the implementation is same with GSBPM, is not a rigid framework. So you can flexible to implementation based on the organization needs. In BPS itself, the use of GSIM is already implemented in we need more than 1 year to implement the GSIM, and the version of information model that BPS have now, it's will always revise based on the development of requirement. So what we define in information model based on GSIM, it will start in metadata management system, and in each of phase of GSBPM, we already know before, from specify need to evaluate, it has so each of phase will has a metadata that will be input for the next phase. So if we now just collect metadata in the end of statistical activity, now we want to more use metadata as metadata driven. So each phase must be produce the metadata, and it must be directly stored in metadata management system, so it can be used to another phase. So it and when we start to conduct statistical activity, maybe we want to design what our activity needs, and that is we can use metadata as a reference, metadata that already stored in metadata management system as reference. If there are components or maybe methodology design or variable design or indicator design that can be reused for our current statistical activity, so it more efficient. We don't have to add variable again if it's already stored in metadata management system, and it has a concept and definition same with our requirement. So that is efficiency aspect in the use of metadata. So in the right side is example of how the objects. So in GSIM there are 5 main objects, five main objects there, and this is one of the objects in GSIM. There is business case object, and the group. I'm sorry, I revise. So there are 5 groups in GSIM, and one of the group is business group, and business case is one of the objects of business group. And this is a relation with the other objects, such as when we start to conduct a statistical activity in this phase or in specifying need phase, we will produce a business case. Business case is will initiate the statistical program design for existing statistical program or for new statistical program, and when we update the statistical program design, we must based on a change definition, so it will uh, it will explain what changed in the design of current statistical program and the previous statistical program.